Hello, everyone! Welcome to 2021, and welcome to Nuuli Forged. It is our first episode of 2021, episode 20, so we've rolled the dice. We've hit the critical success on the D20, everyone. We are missing Matt at the moment, although he has told me that he will be joining us later on this evening. So we'll have Spoot back, which is pretty fun and exciting. In the meantime, let's go around and everybody go ahead, say hi, say hello, introduce yourself, the character you're playing, the level you're at. It's been a few weeks. Just give everybody a quick little reminder of who you are. And I would love to know what your character's favorite gemstone is. So think about that for a hot second, and we'll start up in this corner with Mike. Mike, take it away.
Hey, everybody. My name is Mike. I'm playing Defect, the Warforged Barbarian. And I forgot the name of the gemstone, but it's my birthstone, November.
Topaz.
With the C, I think it's a yellow citrine.
Citrine? Ah, citrine. Yeah.
Not topaz?
Citrine.
November is topaz. What?
No. Are you sure?
I'm a November birthday too, dude boy.
I know.
Whoa,
That's what you.
it's getting fighty all here. I have no
Oh.
idea. I have been told that
That's you.
June is two different gemstones in my life, so I don't know which one is accurate.
Oh, wow. We're both correct. It's topaz and citrine.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Modern versus traditional.
That might be why I have been told both pearl and alexandrite.
I'm pretty sure I only have one birthstone, and it's a ruby.
Yeah. It's probably a pretty popular one. Anyway, thank you, Defect. Thank you, Mike. Let's move on to Amber.
Well, hi there. I'm Amber. I play Grid, the Goblin Artificer. I think I'm level 5 now. And my favorite gemstone is that red one. It's big, it's red, it's really, really, really red. I think it's a ruby. I don't know. I saw it one time and it was big and red.
Great, I love it. And Sarah, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Sarah, and for the first time I get to introduce myself as Olive,
Yes.
who's a half-orc druid of level 5. And her favorite gemstone is definitely a moonstone, as she is a moon druid.
Makes sense. Yeah, I dig it. And Tanner.
I am Tanner. I am playing Adis, the Human Ranger, and also level 5. I would say Adis is probably an emerald.
Oh, dig it. I dig it. I dig it. And Matt plays our beloved Tortle Cleric Spoot. He is a knowledge cleric. And his gemstone, I'm going to guess fish. Because his answer to everything is fish.
Aquamarine. Come on, man.
Oh, aquamarine. That's a good one. Or pearl, maybe.
There you go.
We'll have to find out later on this evening. But for those who are unaware, you can use the command !Nuuli or character's name to get some more information on that character or the world itself. So by all means, feel free to enter that in the chat at any time. And we would like to thank everyone for tuning in, and let's dive right in, shall we? This is where if we were really cool, we'd like roll the intro credit montage, but we're not that level yet.
If only.
Right.
This
But
is a song that never. No.
oh, let's not start that.
No.
Let's
Don't-
not start that. Great.
Kill
Well,
the character, please.
let's do a little bit of a recap episode. Last episode, our heroes finally made it back to the village of Red Sand, complete with over a dozen kobolds, Relgan Hertag, the man made of glass, and Rendi Carvival, who claims to be a half-elf trapped in a scorpion's body, all in tow. After depositing the kobolds into the care of the mighty Mies, who now lives in one of the town's abandoned mine shafts, the party has made their way to the Temple of Yondala, where they gave Kaerlie's body, their fallen druid friend, over to them for the care of the Harvest Sisters in the hopes of resurrecting her. However, Spoot was visited by a familiar celestial silver-skinned woman while he slept, and was guided through various dreamscapes where he interacted with the spirit of Kaerlie herself, who disclosed that she was happier where she was, and no longer had an interest in returning to the material realm. Upon awakening, Spoot conveyed this information to the party, who debated its validity, while Greg met an awkward half-orc named Olive. Some necessary shopping completed, they made their way to the Temple of Yondala, or the Shrine of Yondala, to deal with a heavy task. Relocating Kaerlie's body to an open field beyond the town farms, the party built a pyre, laid Kaerlie's body upon it, and said goodbye to their friend and ally who had been with them since the beginning of their journeys. We pick up with Adis, Defect, Grig, and Spoot as they watch the final embers of Kaerlie's pyre drift slowly upward into the dark evening sky, extinguishing on the breeze. So my first question to you, do you think Relgan and Rendi joined you on this endeavor?
To the pyre or on to the bandits?
To the funeral.
I mean, I assume the creepy scorpion's always on my shoulder.
Okay. He's
I don't
totally
know if
happy
he
to
would-
be there. You have noticed he's also been enjoying himself in conversation with Relgan for some reason.
I mean, then he's free to sit on whatever the smarmy scorpion wants.
Fair enough. Do
I
you
don't know
think...
if we would leave Relgan alone for any reason?
That's true.
All right, cool.
We would probably carry him around.
All right. In that case, Relgan has maintained a respectful distance kind of in the back, and Rendi has been on his shoulder.
Because Rendi can talk to him telepathically. I assume.
Yes, you learned last episode that Rendi can communicate perfectly fine with Relgan via telepathy.
So we can tell him inappropriate jokes for funerals.
He could. He hasn't, to your knowledge, done so yet, although it would be hard to tell.
I was
Yep.
thinking more if he could be like, keep walking. Oh, watch out! There's a log in front of you. And then we don't have to babysit Relgan.
You do notice that Relgan has been moving around a lot easier since the scorpion hopped up on his glass shoulder.
I don't trust that Scorpio. I'm not gonna leave those two alone. No, I don't like that guy.
Well, the four of you who are at the dying pyre, you do know that Kaerlie has requested her ashes to be spread in a foresty kind of place, which this is not really one. It's more of an open plains kind of deal.
We did look at the map and see that there is one on the way to like said bandits area, right?
I think so.
To a degree, yeah. It's a lot of open plains, but there's some forest up closer to the lake.
Okay.
But Spoot has gone and, using the urn that you bought last time, scooped up Kaerlie's remains in the urn and offered it to Greg's bag of holding. So you can mark that in your inventory, Greg. You have an urn of Kaerlie.
I have an urn of Kaerlie.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I put that in cell or?
That's up to you. But yeah, the evening has drawn on. It is fairly dark. Those of you without dark vision, in the dying light of the fire and flames, might have a little bit of difficulty getting back. There is a bit of an overcastness to the sky, but it shouldn't be too difficult to get back to town proper.
All right. On the way, Grig is going to be walking right next to Defect and like side-eyeing Defect, being like, "You okay? 'Cause noticed you were being weird," but not saying anything. Just like walking and like looking.
Cool.
Oh, wait, but you're not saying anything? You're just side-eyeing me?
Yeah. I'm not gonna ask because people are around.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, if you're not going to say anything verbally, then I'm
Yeah,
gonna be just
Defect, your passive
walking
insight
around
would
and
not let you know that Grig is there doing that.
The moment we get alone, I'll ask because Defect's been weird about death lately.
That's fair.
Bought the self-help book.
Yeah.
True. That is true.
I don't know about the book yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know that falls out of one of his compartments.
Yeah. He's been
That's
reading
right.
poetry.
He's been reading that too.
Oh, barbarians.
Yep. All right. Well, dear friends, you return to the center of town, or, well, you return to town. Relgan has Rendy catch Adis's attention. And Rendy conveys to you via pretty much, it's a game of telephone, but through the Scorpion.
Uh-huh.
Adis, Relgan was, well, first of all, wishes to convey his sympathy for the loss of Kaerlie, your friend. She was apparently quite a brave young woman, and it was a lovely service. You played the flute marvelously. But he was wondering what your intentions or plans for him were, and to be quite honest, I'm a bit curious as to what the next step for myself is as well. You've agreed to help both of us. So you've said there might be people here who know something, so we just kind of wanted to check in on that. We understand it's a very sensitive, grieving time for you. But we just wanted to put that back into your mind.
Well, when we visited the temples, they didn't seem to have anybody of high spell casting abilities, so I feel like most of this would be out of their reach of this town.
Oh, I thought there was some sort of learned scholarly fellow that you were hoping to
Was there?
employ. Well, I don't know. That's just what I assumed from earlier conversations.
I can't remember from 2 weeks ago.
Seeker people.
You do know there is a member of the Seekers here.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
We could. There's a member of organization I work for. The Seekers. They're here. We can stop by them in the morning.
Oh, very good. Wonderful. We didn't want to, disturb your process of grieving and getting funeral arrangements done. That's a very sensitive matter, so we just wanted to carefully nudge, and we appreciate that you are keeping that in mind.
Yeah. Sorry. Today was just busy. We'll
Totally understandable.
we'll stop there in the morning, and I know we're gonna be going after some bandits that have been terrorizing a region for a bit, but before we leave, we'll stop there.
Bandits, eh?
Probably gonna be easier than the dragon.
Oh, well. I hate to say this, but I'm not really meant for fighting.
Really, because you look incredibly powerful sitting up there on Relgan's shoulder.
Don't get me wrong. I can handle my own against a moth or another scorpion or something like that. Even a wasp if I really must. But as the only thing I can do in this form, other than, snap a couple claws, is talk to people who are smart enough to understand it. That's all I got.
The only people we could leave you here with are the kobolds, but they like bugs. So...
Right. Well, maybe this what did you call him? A seeker?
The seeker. You might... I don't know, he's a bit old and senile, but he might be able to help you guys. Or
Well,
at least-
so is my father, let alone my grandfather. Sorry.
Okay.
I
I don't know what to respond to that for, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I get a little chatty when I'm nervous.
Yes,
And-
well,
to be quite honest, it's been a while since I've been around so many people, and the only reason I think they haven't tried to squash me is because I've been on this shoulder of either you or Railgun here, and
well, maybe while we're gone, you can stay with the Seeker. We'll see how things go in the morning.
very good, very good. Meanwhile, the rest of you have entered into the tavern, and you see a familiar-looking half-orc in there.
Ow. Hi. I
Yeah.
say in Goblin.
Yeah, Greg, the last time you saw Olive, you had left her outside of the lapidary, the jeweler's place, and then she was gone when you came back out.
Greg, sorry to bail on you earlier. The ceiling in there was just much too low, and
Yeah, sure. Well, I didn't notice. That's cool. I found some really pretty stuff. Want to see? Oh, Defect, I have a present for you.
What is it, Greg?
Come here, come here, come here. Come sit, come sit. Everybody come sit. And I pull out the bracelet that I got at the jeweler's, and it's like a leather cuff. It's got stones stitched into it. It's very lovely. And I put it on Defect's wrist. Does it fit?
You have to loosen it quite a bit, so it doesn't quite match, but the thong is long enough that it fits around his wrist.
There you go. Oh yeah, it looks great. It looks great. Here, Olive, this is green. It's pretty. And then and I got this too. I pull out the brooch that I got that like had some red stones, I believe, and show it off and be like, see, it's fur with my blanket. The blanket I got is gonna be a really great cloak. I don't know, I was gonna like do a fashion show, but I don't wanna get it out right now. Isn't it pretty?
Looks great on you, Greg.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very intimidating, Defect. Great look.
By the way, if you got anything that you don't know what it does, give it to me and I can look at it tonight. I got my pearl.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
I don't think I have anything that needs to be looked at.
I believe
Where'd you go, by the way?
someone
Olive?
has, I believe, a metal rod, I believe, right?
Yeah, I have.
That is Greg.
I've got a few things. Some potions, a shiny rod. That's definitely enchantment magic.
Well, now you can identify any sort of rock before I touch it and blow it up.
Yeah, that's probably a
Oh.
good idea.
And that's
So
when
what'd
the
you
fun
do
left
today,
the
Olive?
campaign.
And that's when the what?
That's when the fun left the campaign.
Oh.
oh,
I'm sure we'll find other things to blow up.
I mean, I'll still blow it up. I'll just have her look at it first.
Yeah.
There you go.
What'd you do today, Olive?
Oh, not much. Just went and caught a nap in the sun. I ran into your friend there. He was not so happy to see me. Sorry.
You are not Kaerlie.
No, that is true. I am not.
Angry.
That's Olive. Defect are you okay? Do I need to check you out?
Did we do the right thing?
Oh, well, I mean, which time are you talking about? Because so far we've been pretty righteous. I mean, comparatively. I say and I look at Spoot, but Spoot's not here.
Yeah, Spoot kind of just shrugs.
Boot said
The
that.
first time we fought for Kaerlie and brought her back. And that was a good thing, yes?
Yes, she wanted to come
And then
back.
the second time, we did not fight for her, and we let her go. Now I'm confused. Did we do something bad the first time?
Defect. The thing is, the spirit has to be willing. You can't just pull them back to their body. They have to want to. And if they don't want to, and Spoot said he had a dream where Kaerlie said that she has no want to come back.
I am in a state of emotion. And I wonder now, too, if I cease to function, where will I go?
I don't
Will
know.
you fight for me?
I'll
I
fight
mean,
for you.
Of
If
course.
you're not, no, yeah. What are you talking about?
I've never seen your kind before, so I don't necessarily know how you work. But I mean, we can always try.
That has been in the forefront of my mind. No god created me. I am man-made.
I mean, how do you know? You don't have a lot of memories. It could be something mysterious.
Are you sure there's not like a automaton god?
If there is, I do not know of it.
Can I make a religion check?
Absolutely, go for it.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
With a 4, unfortunately, Adis, you cannot recall any sort of clockwork deity.
A 4 or a nat 20, god damn it.
Listen, Defect, it doesn't matter whether you're from a god or a person, like, you're real. That's what matters. And while you're thinking these weird, serious thoughts never would have occurred to me, then you're definitely real. And that means that, you might die and then go someplace, but who knows? Nobody knows until you go there, and then we can bring you back. It'll be okay.
I mean,
And
if you
this would be the point where I asked Spoot if he knew where Kaerlie went, but he's not here, so I won't say anything. I'll just be lost in my own thoughts.
Well, Defect, you seem to get fairly angry in combat, and you do show caring towards Grig and concern for others, and those are all traits of the living. So, though while you may not on the outside resemble us, some form of you on the inside must somehow be connected, I guess. I don't...
Defect will take a moment just to ponder this and say, what you speak is true, Adis. And I must reflect on this more.
I know the soul's
And
not a
what I would
material.
like to do is to find more of me. For if there is one of me, then there must be more of others like me.
I mean, surely. It's a big world. Possibly something out there. I mean, Randy said that he came from a whole nother continent. Maybe there's others of you there if there's none here.
That's true.
So, maybe a long journey, but I'm sure you will find it.
Well,
Adis, you hear in your mind, since Relgan and Randy are there next to you, I've never seen anything like him in my life.
I'm just gonna shoot Randy a dirty look.
I'm just trying to be helpful.
Like, not the time, Rendy.
Well, I only told you.
Good, keep it that way.
What's the stupid scorpion saying? If he's saying defect's not real, I'm gonna smash him.
No, he's not saying that. He said that there might have been some stories of other kinds like defect and where he's from.
Is that
Skeptical
true?
face.
Where? What are these stories?
Now you've done it.
Yeah.
Are you asking Adis or Rendy?
Well, Adis, because
I was gonna say I just want Rendy to just start clacking and his telepathy just not works anymore.
You do notice, like the little scorpion head. Adis kind of looks at you, looks at Defect, and like skitters like around to the back of Relgan, kind of like hiding a little bit.
He finds you a bit intimidating, Defect.
could you put in a good word for me?
I'm sure. I'll talk to him tomorrow morning. when
He
I
knows
take-
I can hear him, right? I just haven't spoken much with him because I didn't think he wanted it.
Yes, just keep quiet.
Well, I'm not going to tell him anything now.
Good. Keep it that way.
I would appreciate that, Adis, if you can put in a good word for me. You can tell me these stories.
Of course. I mean, and while we're exploring, there might be some ruins that we might find with some possible information. You never know. I don't know, does your kind age? That's another question.
That's a good question, Jared. Do I know about age, or am I just?
I know Warforged don't age.
So, in the past few months that you have been aware of your consciousness, you have
Right.
not, as far as you know, I mean, you've been around, you assume you've been aging, but you haven't noticed any kind of difference other than these fairly new wolf-like bristles out of the back of your shoulders and neck.
Okay. Well, I am changing, and I'm getting stronger, but I don't know if I'm aging.
Right, so, I mean, if you're not aging, and you have no recollection of where you came from, there might be some evidence out somewhere of your creation, or creation of others like you. Because I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're not created the same way. And I'm just gonna, like, motion to, like, Grig and Olive as we are.
Yeah, and you're definitely not a construct, because I haven't really seen any way for you to be held together and things like that. At least not strictly a construct. I think we can continue with me doing examinations, and then maybe at some point you'll remember something too.
I mean, Grig, I don't think the soul is a material object, but maybe it is in defect.
Maybe. But
Shall we take him apart?
more likely, no, we don't need to take them apart, but perhaps other, like the pockets that he suddenly remembered that he had and that we found. So maybe something else will trigger some sort of memory or something that will open up and show us more information about the way that he works.
Yeah. I mean, as well as when I see things from, home, I remember some other stuff occasionally. So maybe if he's bumped into somewhere else, he might
Maybe
have
if he gets bumped in the head.
that too.
I've seen that work.
Defect, come here.
Adis, you are not strong enough to bump me on the head.
Oh!
Excuse me, at least in this character I have a 0 for strength.
So, yeah.
So he's perfectly average, I'll have you know.
Great, give me your hammer.
No.
But maybe if we find a location that you might not remember, but possibly have seen in the past, could
You
trigger.
could bash him over the head and leave him there?
Yes, yes, Carrot. Olive. But maybe it could trigger some sort of memory, or
I don't know. We'll find out. But
Yeah.
in the meantime, buddy, you're safe with us, and we'll take care of you. And you don't have to worry about dying because you're not gonna die. That's why I can heal.
Thank you, Greg. I will follow you to the ends of the earth.
Aw.
Same.
So cute.
Fist bump.
Ratchet and Clank.
We we have our own secret handshake.
That's right.
It's cute. It's cute. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed, guys.
Yay.
Are we leaving tomorrow to go to the bandits?
Well, so just
Yeah.
as a point of order, Olive has only told you that these bandits exist. You don't really know anything else about them other than, like, this town doesn't seem to care or worry too much, as though either there's a great distance between them, so they're not worried, or some other reason.
Are
Right.
you guys coming
Well, I
after
think-
my
I think-
bandits?
Olive told us that they're like a good distance away.
The Bramble Plains,
It's
Yeah.
a pretty big
near
walk.
there.
It's just enough
And
to give it a jump.
all right. I mean, what else are we gonna do? Besides, you seem like you're decent, and we like adventures and rewards. And so far, we've slayed a dragon, and slaying some bandits would be good for our legend too.
That and funds. They might have some shinies that we can take.
But some of it, yeah, definitely will be ours. I mean, but some of it will go back to your full, too, Olive.
I mean, yes, but just paid for our work. But who knows? Along the way, we might find something that is triggers some defect memory.
Oh,
Going after my bandits, but like, you barely know me.
Got nothing better to do, and I really don't like this town.
The first time I met Defect, he was in an alley and trying to get attacked. So now he's my best friend.
Huh?
But what's in it for you guys?
Fame and fortune?
Getting out of this town, finding.
I like
some...
burning stuff too.
Yes, she does like burning things.
Possibly finding my past.
Well, okay. You're the first people I've encountered who have any interest in these bandits, so forgive me for being a little surprised.
I mean,
But-
honestly, bandits sound like less work than when they pushed me to go kill a dragon. So,
The dragon was fine, sort of, except that
Yeah.
Kaerlie died. But ignore that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, kind of.
Minor
But-
details.
but
it
again,
looks
it's
like
like-
we have an incoming spoot.
yes.
Hey,
Hello.
it's Spoot!
Hey, hello.
Oh, that Colombian
Is my
internet
mic on?
not that bad.
Yeah,
Your
we
mic's on,
got
we can
you.
hear you.
There he is.
Oh, good. Good. Hola.
Hello, Matt. There's a quick question we need to ask the mighty Spoot. What is
Oh.
Spoot's favorite gemstone?
Emerald.
That's taken.
All right.
Ah, how about...
There can be more than one.
No, we could do...
You can share, Adis.
I didn't know we were
Sure.
claiming gemstones.
All the emeralds.
Does turquoise count as a gemstone?
Yeah, sure.
All right, it's my backup. Turquoise.
Jared said fish.
I figured it would. I figured it would be fish, but
Yes, I was trying not to be too cliche, although I guess I still was. I went with a green stone.
Well, it's all good. So just to catch you up, y'all have just held Kaerlie's funeral and have made
You
it back
missed it.
to town and
Hmm,
are talking about what your next step is going to be.
I'm gonna go kill some bandits. Because Olive's okay. Weirdos gotta stick together.
What did the bandits do to us?
Nothing to us.
They terrorized
People.
some other people.
They're
Oh,
slaveries. They're the bad guys.
They threw me out of my home, and they've been raiding all the towns near where I used to live.
And it's not in
Oh.
the desert, which is a plus.
It is
It is
not.
a plus.
It is about 3 hours from the Broken Lake.
I like lakes.
Are there going to be more of those bushes?
They have fish.
Maybe.
We do have shrubbery.
But Greg, your fire's gotten stronger.
Ugh, I hate bushes.
Greg, that was one bush.
Nope.
There are some brambles and some shrubs.
Yeah,
But I
this,
don't know
this
what
bush,
kind of-
this bush chased her around for a little bit. It was actually quite comedic.
I don't want to talk about it.
The plants
Very
around
annoying.
my cave have the tendency to stay in one place.
We'll just hope none of them have 45-foot arms that can.
By saying tendency, one can assume that there is the possibility that they will not stay still.
I mean,
it-
anything is possible these days, but
So true.
I'll just cast Awaken on the shrubs as Greg walks past.
Okay.
I don't even. I can't. No.
Welcome to today's episode. Fun with Mage Hand.
Oh, now I need to take that cantrip.
So great. Yeah. So long story short, this half orc Olive you all kind of met, and she has told you about some bandits that are causing trouble up in her neck of the woods, which is quite a ways away, actually.
it took me a few days to walk here,
A couple of
and I was
weeks.
fairly motivated.
Weeks.
Couple of weeks. A few days, couple of weeks.
You know.
Well, you know.
Time is irrelevant when there's sunshine.
Oh, and we hired Kaerlie and put her in a nice fancy urn to spread in a forest, and Greg has it in their bag.
That's very good. We could take her with us a little longer, right? So
Yeah,
we-
I mean, there's
We're gonna
space.
put her in a fort. I mean, it's infinite space in this bag. We also have a
Not
storm-
infinite.
Well, it's not infinite. There is a limit to what you can put in there.
I've never hit that limit, so 'cause we always
Not your bag.
before it gets that point. No, I mean like in my many years. Were you here when we met the smarmy scorpion? I can't remember.
No, I read about it.
Okay. Yeah, we have a telepathic scorpion. That's interesting.
All right.
So I think that's it.
Now we're gonna go to bed. I'm gonna identify a bunch of objects, and then we're gonna leave.
I just have to swing by in the morning to go bring Relgan and Rendy to the Seeker.
Right.
Yeah, so you all get some rest, no problemo.
I want all my items.
I turn into a cat right where they can all see me, and head off to the stables.
Ha!
We're
Okay.
not being sneaky about it anymore.
Yes, you all see a familiar black and gray tuxedo cat.
She's gray and white.
Gray and white. Sorry, gray and white.
Greg sneezes.
I'm more of a dog person.
Are you allergic?
See.
Who knows? Maybe.
She's allergic.
She's allergic to druids.
I don't know. Let's see.
That was better than saying half orc.
Yeah.
Very much so. Yeah.
I don't know. What does a 2 get me on a D2?
You should
What-
claim it before.
What
you
are
roll.
what are you rolling for? Is
No,
my
I
question.
forgot whether I'm allergic or not. I didn't.
I'm just
not a,
rolling.
not a DM.
You will find
Like
out
Richard's
when
spells?
you lick a cat. So you know.
All right.
That
You're
sounds
you're
like
you're
it.
not allergic to a cat.
I'm gonna move away.
Great.
I have decided you are not allergic to cats.
Perfect. God has spoken.
Oh, good thing you rolled a 2.
Anyway,
Yes. So
identify all the things.
great. Remind me what you are identifying.
I have a thin needle-like wand with a glass orb at the tip. Looks like divination magic.
Great.
I have a muddy brown potion with animal bits in it. Looks like enchantment magic.
So gross.
Yum.
Mm-hmm. I have a vial of transparent liquid with a piece of fingernail in it. Looks like abjuration.
I think that was the one I was grossed out by the most.
Mhm.
Yeah. And a shiny rod with enchantment magic.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and I want to also try to identify Defect's dagger.
Great.
See what happens.
Cool. So starting with the thin needle-like wand with the glass orb, you discover that this is a wand of magic detection.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so a handy
Excellent.
little item. The muddy brown potion that has bits of tiny animals inside of it is a potion of animal friendship.
Cute.
Gross.
Yep. And the transparent liquid with like a bit of a fingernail is a potion of hill giant strength.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can Defect drink that if he can't drink other things?
Who knows?
Defects drink liquids?
I feel like, haven't you shoved a healing potion down his throat before or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
You
doesn't
have to
need
pour-
to drink, but he can.
Okay.
See,
There's definitely stuff
Yeah.
blueberries down him.
Yeah. You've shoved
goes
stuff in his
in.
craw before.
you
It
just
has
got
an
to find
effect.
where, well, like which side of the car his fuel tank is on. That's the hardest part.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you got to look for the
Arrow
little
on the
little
gauge.
diagram on the in front of the steering wheel. Under the
Defect, you moved your owner's manual again, goddammit.
Which pocket is it in? Which pocket is it in?
It's supposed to be available at all times.
Indeed. So the other thing that you discover is that like metal rod that you've got
Mhm.
with the enchantment magic on it. That reveals itself to be a baton of morale.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
So this is an item that can be used as a +1 mace because it's about that size. It's just a big, like, round bonkin stick.
Bonk
but-
and stick, you say.
Yeah, but while attuned, you can use an action to inspire an allied creature within 60 feet of you who can hear you to make an immediate additional attack against an enemy.
Ooh.
To do so, you must be wielding the baton, and it can only be done once per long rest.
Do they have to do
Okay.
a cheer routine with it?
It doesn't reveal that, but it probably can't hurt.
Rah, rah, rah. Bonk him in the head.
All right.
Yeah, so that's a couple of fancy things you done found there.
Super fail.
Between the baton and Adis's flute, you can start a marching band.
Mm-hmm.
Ha. Ha.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to have to look these things up to get all the specs, and then I will decide who they go to or if I keep them forever. Mwahaha.
Yes,
Yeah.
the baton is a
But,
custom item, so I'll send you those details right here.
Okay.
And I wasn't kidding, Olive does play the bagpipes for your marching band.
Oh Jesus, don't.
Oh, I love it.
Fantastic.
That would just overshadow every part of the marching band.
Yes.
Once the bagpipes come out, no other instruments are audible.
Except
Was
for
an
other
option.
bagpipes.
Hmm.
It was an option. The thing said I had to have a proficiency in a musical instrument.
Yep.
My favorite is they have, I always forget what it's called, but that, like...
I've got it in chat says, "Be my friend or I'll blend you into a smoothie like this other one. Rah, 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 knock them dead."
Yes, all the party members.
Yep. I believe the smoothie content is about the potion of animal friendship.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nothing says friendship like, here, I've got some dead pieces of your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, does the person casting it have to drink that, or do you shove it down the animal's throat?
No. Whoever is going to gain the benefits of the potion has to drink it. That is how potions work.
Cool.
I feel like I'm gonna need a shot after that one.
If you've had a potion of troll strength, don't worry about what's in the vaccine.
I mean, you do not
Add a
know.
potion of animal friendship. Don't worry
It
about what's in the vaccine.
it might taste like chicken. You won't know until you try it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't actually want it.
I can already speak with animals and summon beasts, so I'm good.
I don't think I want to drink something that tastes like chicken either.
Matt has brought up a good point here. One thing you will have noticed that has been added to your inventory, Spoot, is a vial of Adis's blood.
That's
Oh,
right.
I didn't ask. I didn't ask for it, did I?
You
He
did,
kind of
no.
gave it to you. Adis has discovered a new sword that allows him to teleport
That's right.
to a location that has a vial of his blood. So while you stayed with kobolds, he and a few other friends went off to aid a flump in the desert.
Yes,
Gotcha.
we met a flump, and it was fantastic.
Plump was super cute.
Oh, should have kept it.
He wouldn't adventure with us, sadly.
No, he was very
Totally
much more
chicken.
interested in getting home, as most people would be.
Yeah, we have a bad track record with losing party members. So.
I mean, we did try.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's another thing I was gonna do before we leave. Is I was gonna, take that vial of blood and hide it somewhere in the town,
Sure.
so that we
What
can
could possibly go wrong there?
we could just vamp back to town instead of going, I don't know, 5 weeks and then taking 5 weeks back. It's 5 weeks, 10 seconds.
Yeah. Adis, you also have some armor being constructed for you, so.
Yes. So I have to come back.
I have to be back eventually.
I want my dragon armor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, fantastic. So you do this identifying rituals before you go to bed, is that correct?
Yep.
All right, cool.
And I do the defects knife too.
You cast the identify ritual on Defect's knife, and you get nothing. It is a well-crafted, mundane dagger. It's got an interesting shape. It's more shaped like a chisel, like a chiseled edge, like the edge of a Tonto, or like a very, very tiny Buster Sword kind of shape. But other than that, it's got an insignia of, I believe, a 6-pointed starburst.
Right.
But other than that, it appears totally mundane.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I tried. If Defect and I are sharing a room, I'll be like, well, it's really pretty and cool, and we haven't noticed any effects. Do you want it back, or should I carry it some more?
I will take it from you.
Okay.
It was on me, so I should carry it. But
All
thank
right.
you for treating.
Yeah. I poke him with it. Did it hurt?
Make an attack roll.
Are you attacking me?
I wasn't really attacking so much as just poke.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
So
in
they poke you
retaliation-
with a dagger.
Okay. In retaliation, I will grab a pillow and smack Greg with it really hard.
Okay, make an attack roll, an unarmed attack roll.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. This is usually I
Roll
attack
for pillow fight.
So,
Yeah,
what is
no.
it,
So it's
roll
your strength
d20?
attack plus your modifier.
Okay. I went 8 plus my strength modifier. So 11.
Plus your proficiency bonus.
Is he proficient with a pillow?
Well, I'm counting this as an unarmed attack. Well, I guess it's a pillow. It's an improvised weapon. So I guess you don't get your proficiency bonus. So does an 11 hit you, Greg?
I
Nope.
feel like we've had more fights with pillows in the past. You know, we sort of have that kind of friendship.
Greg,
in
you
fights.
managed to like back roll yourself out of the way and like go flat on the bed, and the pillow just whoop, right over your head.
I start laughing maniacally. You missed me.
Ada's bangs on the wall from his room. Quiet down!
Spoot is in his shell with his like little like earplugs in, a little mask on.
I love it.
Little silk beauty mask.
Can't hear
Mhm.
anything. It's great.
Yeah.
It's nice and quiet out here in the hayloft. Just saying.
Yeah. So the evening passes uneventfully. You all regain full rest stuff. You are no longer responsible for the total body of Kaerlie. You have an urn of her ashes, but that's it. And yeah, the day is yours. You all can gather down in the tap room of the inn here in Red Sand. And Greg, what if anything do you reveal to your compatriots about what you have discovered?
Nothing.
Okay.
I think that in our room, I would have taken the time to attune, and before bed, to the baton of morale.
Okay.
And I'll tell Defect about it. But that's it for now.
Okay. So you have a baton of morale.
Boom.
Great. Cool.
I'm a greedy little bugger.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Shocked to hear
Not-
that.
It's not like Spoot needs a mace or anything.
Honestly,
Does
that's
Spoot
where I
need a
thought it
mace?
was going to go. Spoot
Yeah.
uses a mace like in combat every time
Oh, that's right.
every time he
Okay.
fights.
Yeah.
I mean,
I actually thought
you do what you want, but I'm just telling. Greg would know
I
that.
forgot about that.
Yeah,
And
Spoot
like how
uses
you
a
wouldn't
mace.
have known that, given that you've battled with him before.
Okay, well, Amber forgot about it. Greg might remember and just be being greedy. I haven't decided yet, but Amber forgot about the mace.
Yeah, no, not a problem. I'm just telling you now, Greg, you would be aware. Greg,
Yeah.
Greg would totally know that Spoot does fight with a mace.
I know I haven't been here in a while. It's understandable that I've been forgotten.
She's been battling with your cat.
I've been
while
the
you were
one
away.
using Spoot. Not gonna lie. So it's extra
Mhm.
special.
That's hilarious.
Brain melt. All right. Well,
Mhm.
anyway, I've got it. I'm not gonna talk about it just yet. It's fine.
All right.
Greg likes a show too, so there.
Fair enough.
That's-
So you gather yourselves downstairs. Relgan and Rendy come down with Adis and Spoot. You've noticed that Relgan doesn't need to be led as long as Rendy is like on his shoulder.
oh, the scorpion.
Yes, the scorpion seems to be helping Relgan to get around. He's
Very
still
cool.
not like ambulating like a non-blind, non-hearing person would. Like he's still slow and kind of, unsure in his steps. He's been blind and kind of relying on his own senses for a very, very long time.
Yeah, very long time.
1,000 years.
Give or take.
Let's see.
But yeah.
Yeah, I bring them to the Seeker and kind of just explain the situation and that we're going to be leaving so they can stay with him.
Okay, yeah, you can totally do that. So you bring them over to
I always forget his name. The guy at the sand.
Polyphore, Grassroot.
Yes.
Tan-skinned half-elf, scraggly beard, sun-bleached hair. Oh, I would be happy to look after your friends, and I will do whatever investigating I can to see if there's anything that can be done to help them. I'll definitely look into it.
I would appreciate that. We're going on a trip, and I would rather them get some help, or maybe you can gain some knowledge to point us in the right direction for the future. You know, we'll be gone for how far away is the town that we're going to, or the area?
It took Olive a few weeks to get from where she was to Red Sand, but she was also traveling, not necessarily as a human or a half orc the whole way.
It never
Okay.
travels as a human, that's for sure.
Did she specify, like, what lake did she say it was? Lake of what?
The Broken Lake.
The Broken Lake. So I'll just we're going to around the Broken Lake, and then we're gonna be back.
Oh, that will take a while.
I mean, the trip there will take a bit. Getting home will be quite simple.
Gotta brag about it, huh?
Yes. But yeah, if they can just stay with you while we're gone, I would greatly appreciate it.
Oh yes, absolutely, no problem whatsoever.
Randy, mind your manners.
I always do. And the scorpion puts out his arms and does a little kind of courtly bow, as best of a scorpion can. And
Watch out
kind
for
of
that one. He's gross.
hops down onto the desk, and he kind of broadcasts loudly to anyone who's in the room. Greetings, Master Grassroot. I am Rendi Carvival, truly a half-elf. One day I shall hope to be that again with your wise guidance. At which point Polifor kind of opens his eyes and looks at you. He's a chatty one, isn't he?
Yeah, just ignore him. It's fine.
Yes.
Well, if I'm going to fix him at all, I'm going to have to, talk to him.
Not ignore him.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck, and I will certainly try to help your two friends here as best as I can.
Would appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. It's the least I can do, since you apparently got rid of a dragon, which could have terrorized this area for years.
Don't mention it. Also,
Like heroes.
could you do me a bit of a favor?
If
Another
I
one?
can. If I can, of course.
Boot, can I have the vial?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I was a little weird about carrying it, to be honest. Here you go.
It's fine. Just blood magic. Can you just hold on to this vial? It'll make our trip back very quick.
Okay.
Don't ask
And
what's in it.
he looks at it.
I want to know.
Is this blood?
It's mine, yes. You could just put it in a back room. Just don't drop it and shatter it, please.
That'll make our return very messy.
I will keep this in a secure location. May I ask why?
It makes our travel back quickly. I have a, ability from my home that allows me to go back to a location.
Very, very well then.
I'll take it back as soon as we get back.
Of course. Very well. So Polifor has taken custody of the vial of your blood, Relgan, and Rendi. I should have given them different names, but hey. Welcome to random name generators.
They're meant to be together. It's fine.
Surprisingly, like, their creation was more or less random, and they happened to work together really well by one being unable to speak or hear, and the other being telepathic.
And never shutting up.
Yes.
Hey,
I mean, I use random name generator whenever I make a D&D character, to be honest.
yeah. I mean, hey, you know, the odd couple. Do 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 do. Anyway, so great.
One
You
of
have,
the best dishes.
yeah, you have dropped them off with Polifor Grassroot, and he will do his best to get some info to them. Yeah. Any other bits of business before you wish to leave town? Spoot, did you want to grab anything from town special beforehand?
Yes.
Since you weren't
before
here
we
for
leave-
shopping?
Yes. Before we leave, I'm not really sure where in town I might buy this, but maybe like I don't know, some shop that sells tokens, trinkets, you know, that sort of thing. If there is such a thing, perhaps
Yeah.
I should ask Railgun while we're in his presence.
Or Polifor, you mean?
Olifor, sorry.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, there is a place in town where you can buy kind of trinkety sorts of things.
That's where it is.
There's a dry goods store that sells pretty much more or less everything in town.
Excellent. I would like to buy a few odds and ends before we leave, if that's okay. I can find my way if y'all don't want to accompany me. I say to the party.
Sorry.
I don't mind walking
Okay.
around a little more. I like
Oh.
stuff.
Great. Well, I'm gonna start that way. Polifor, could you just point me in the direction of a dry goods store?
He does so. It's not too far off.
Oh, excellent. All right. Well, if anyone's coming, I'm leaving now. Otherwise, I'll meet back in the street maybe.
Cool.
And I leave.
All right. Great. So whoever wants to accompanies you to the dry goods. It's very easy to find. There's a big sign out front that says Red Sand Dry Goods. And you walk in, and there's a counter with all kinds of stuff behind it and on the walls and everything. And there is a dark-skinned human male in there. Big bright eyes, big shiny toothy grin, kind of a scruffy beard. Coarse, kind of curly hair. Kind of cropped fairly close to his head. Greetings! Welcome to Jamel Karlat's Red Sand Dry Goods. I am Jamel Karlat. What can I do for you today?
Well, I'll get right to the point. I'm looking for some tokens or some odds and ends. You know, sticks or bones, perhaps. There are some components that might be necessary for some spell casting. Do you have anything that might fit that category?
Let me see. You know, I do have one thing you might like. And he goes behind and comes back up with a little box. And inside, it's a set of what look like dominoes, except they have different... they're not carved, they're just kind of wooden tiles. This set of tiles here is sort of made with the idea that you can put whatever you want on, use them as game tokens or whatnot. They are expertly crafted of a solid wood and easy enough to carve if you have the abilities or the access to someone who does.
Let's see. May I insight check him on the attempt at selling me the dominoes,
Yeah, go for it.
or use passive? I don't know which is better. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
so a 13 tells you, Spoot, that he's pretty earnest in wanting to sell you stuff. It's his job. So
He's not making up things about the expertly crafted part, etc.
you don't think
With
so.
you.
Oh, great.
I want to look at them. What do I think? Look at the dominoes themselves.
Make an investigation check. Or a perception check, rather.
Plus proficiency because it's wood carving?
Yeah.
Very
If you're
good.
proficient in wood carving, yeah.
I mean, I'm proficient with the tools.
So then,
So 10, and my bonus is 3, so 13. Yeah.
yeah, they're well made.
All right.
You like them? Oh, well. I think I'll take them. How much are they?
Well, normally a finished set would be about 35 gold pieces, but since these are unfinished, I kind of slipped back into Polyphor for a minute there. Since these are unfinished, I think that I can get these to you for 25 gold pieces. What do you say?
You know, that sounds perfect. Here are 25 gold pieces. Thank you, good sir. Oh, wait. Do I even have 25? I'm sure after the dragon horde, I have to have at least 25 gold pieces. Surely, no?
Did we give Spoot his money?
I'm like searching in my pouch, and I'm like, oh, well.
You do find the money.
You should have a bunch.
Yeah, someone I think wrote the notes on how that gold divvied up.
All right,
good.
because I couldn't give it to you.
Well, this is embarrassing.
have
Greg, I
Where?
might have to borrow some
I
money.
have. Yeah, well, I got this thing. I pull out a silver ewer from my bag. How much is this worth?
Okay. You pull out the silver ewer. He looks
Said
at
it was
it.
around 25.
Yeah, it's
before,
worth
but-
it's worth $25 or 25 gold. So he will happily take that in exchange for the set.
Oh,
Great.
oh, thank you, Greg.
Yeah,
Very kind.
sure.
Well, will that suffice then?
Oh yeah,
that's it?
yeah. This is great. This is a great trade. No problem.
Something tells me he got a good deal on this. Well, thank you. I'll just pack these away here, and I'm going to take the dominoes and sort of carefully put them in my little bag, and away I go
All right.
out the door without any further ado. Not much for talking.
Yeah, no problem.
You should have around 600 gold.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Because
I
oh,
forget the
good.
exact amount, but we split the horde, and then we also split Kaerlie's money because she didn't come back.
She didn't need it anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's very awkward because I was like looking at my equipment and I was like, let me just get you 25 gold. Oh, I have 13. I have 13 gold. Whoops.
Yeah, no, you have the money. I forget the exact number that we had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too now.
This is what you found in the Roll20 chat. That's how much the total coinage was. So
Yeah, I have
divide that by 4, and
I think I never actually put it in my inventory because we didn't split it yet. But well done. Very good. Very good.
We're loaded.
yeah, you got
Well,
quite a bit of cash at the moment.
I could have bought 2 sets of dominoes. No, I'm just
For the record, some of it is in a bag inside my bag of holding. Some of it is in my pouch. I will not be pickpocketed. I'm a pro.
All right. Fair enough.
All right.
Fair
I'm going to
enough.
buy an extra coil of rope while we are here.
Yeah, you can totally get that from this guy. For pretty much nothing, almost. I think it's only like 50 gold. Or, sorry, 5. Oh, nope. Well, he's got hemp rope and he's got silk rope. Do you have a preference?
I think hemp rope is fine.
Then he will sell that to you for 1 gold.
Fabulous. I shall take it.
So you have another 50 feet of hempen rope for
Yes.
1 gold.
Fabulous. I have a spell that
Indeed.
consumes it, so it seemed like a good idea to head out with some extra.
Interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Awesome, then. Well, then, folks, you have all of the stuff that you wanted. What is next for you? Are you heading on out?
Blow this popsicle stand.
Let's roll.
Yes,
All right.
as we're walking out of the shop.
Mosquitoes.
Yes, sorry. Bug bites. There's some strange bugs in Colombia.
Noted. Not going there now.
No,
Oh,
I mean
they're fine.
they're not that bad. It's like they're like little bitty flies. They look like gnats, and they bite
It's not
you.
like Australia where everything is poisonous.
Oh no, they're not huge.
Are they like no-see-ums?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, almost. And they
Like
bite
that
you.
shit.
You feel nothing, but you have like a little blood blister. It's really weird. And then 2 days later, they itch like crazy.
Wait, are they flies or are they like chiggers?
They're flies. They're like little gnats. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're way up in the mountains though. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
I was out in the wilderness this weekend, so that's why I found them. Anyway, sorry. As I am leaving the shop, I do want to turn to Grig and say, as Spook, Grig, what do you say about taking a look at these dominoes once we're at camp later? The shopkeep did say they were unfinished, and I know you like to fiddle around with some tooling of wood and stuff. Would you like to personalize these a bit?
Sure, if you want.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt. I think I'd like a little added personality to them.
Got any ideas?
I trust you.
Nah.
Mistake.
Cool.
You
Great.
could make it a sort of anthology of our journey, maybe, if you want.
That's a good idea.
There's gonna be like 30 dominoes of desert.
This one's a kobold. This one's a kobold.
What did I carve like the dragon scene into? I'm forgetting. Was it your armor?
No.
Maybe.
There was something we were making.
I believe it was your hammer, wasn't it?
It was my hammer. Yeah, it's my little jeweler's hammer. Yes,
I'm a
that's
little-
right.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little sad that Spoot really has no use for wearing armor because all the personalized bits of armor sound really cool.
Yeah. Anyway,
I mean,
yeah, I
armor
can
is
do that.
Expensive, so in some ways you're lucky.
Well,
Because I just spent like 500 gold on my new armor that I'm waiting for.
oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I do have to buy this like wax for my shell, and that gets it's laborious.
I
Turtle
could-
wax.
This is our conversation while we walk.
If we
Yeah.
go to some beehive, I could probably get you some wax. Is that the same thing?
Yeah. There are some places that are hard to reach though, so I need some help. Full disclosure.
I can shoot the hive with an arrow.
That was not meant to sound suggestive.
So as you depart Red Sand through the north side of town,
Alex having some second thoughts about joining this party.
yeah,
You could turn into a small animal, right?
Olive kind of gives some directions, and you start heading northwards.
That way.
Yeah.
That's the sky, Olive.
Well, in that direction, you can see one towering mountain kind of
See?
standing up all by itself. There's no mountain range. There's no real foothills to speak about from this location that you can see. But you do see one reigning mountain off in the distance. And you're kind of heading that way.
Oh, we're gonna get lost very easy, guys.
Yeah. So away you go. Uh,
We're only headed toward the mountain for a couple days. I watched the town from this mountain.
That's creepy.
well, it was a bit farther off, but yeah. But you do make your way there. And the first day, the first half of the day, you guys are on like a road, so it's not too much of a hassle. The latter half, you do begin trekking through more open wild lands and plains, and there's not a lot of like resistance here, and nothing comes out and attacks you at this day. So you can make camp without too much of a problem on day one.
Are you sure there's no animated grass that grasps at Grig's toes?
Not yet.
You're
So,
just asking
Aleph,
for it. You're asking for
why'd
it.
you come all the way down here? I'm gonna kill you all. It's fine. Too bad Defect is gaining in conscience.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so why'd you come all the way down here? I mean, like, there are people up there, right? Who,
Were
like,
people up there, and now there's just bandits.
oh,
Bandits are people too.
but like nobody did anything? Huh? That's weird. You had to come all the way down here?
Kinda. I mean, there's not a whole lot of people up there. It's very small towns and little settlements, and there's a lot of bandits. So they just kind of, overran them, and people either, sat down and were quiet and didn't resist, or they got smished.
Huh. Weird.
Hmm.
I mean, they're just bandits. It can't be that much.
Yeah, we killed a dragon. It'll be fine.
Bandits sound much more preferable.
There's a lot of them. They call themselves the Red Crows.
Hmm.
A red
Cute.
rose. Can I have I ever heard of the Red Crows, keeping in mind that I have some vague criminal past?
You can make a history check with advantage.
14.
With a 14, you are unfamiliar with a name of Red Crows. Either they aren't super famous or they didn't operate in Winton.
Gotcha. Okey-dokes.
They're an up and coming band.
Yeah.
They're underground. They're underground bandits.
There you go.
That reminds me, I have to have band name generator open.
It's Grig and the Misfits, okay? Come on.
Did you guys just ditch that kobold? He's been talking about you for weeks.
Yeah, we did.
lives there.
Apparently.
He's
Him-
fine. He lives there now.
A bunch of friends, and plus I really don't want to travel with. What was that one? Bulk cooked some questionable things.
Hey, we didn't have to eat it.
Yeah, but the smell was a bit much.
That's
I
fair.
will
That's
say-
fair.
There were a
He
lot of
was
things.
just trying to
even,
help.
even I wouldn't eat.
You know Bulk?
Only when I saw him come into town. But your other friend there, he's been talking about you for weeks.
Well, I am a great person, and I am as amazing as he says.
With flawless style.
Yes,
I see.
in my terribly falling apart studded leather armor. For fashion.
But yeah, with
For
buckles.
fashion.
Right.
Nearly enough buckles.
So you all make your way and find a decent enough campsite for night the first. Are you doing watches or are you gonna just chill?
Always watches. I don't
I
trust
think
you.
watches.
Cool. Who's going to
always-
take first
I'm
watch then, or what?
setting
Or
up
what
the-
will the watch order be? I suppose.
I'm setting up the alarms as usual.
Good to know.
I'll go first.
I'll take second.
I'm gonna look at Adis and ask him what the hell he's doing.
It's an alarm. If someone trips over it, everybody will hear a big ringing bell.
Oh, that seems helpful.
For when if
It's
someone
never-
tries to sneak up on you.
It's never worked.
Well, that's because the last time something crossed, it came from underground.
Well, and then there was also the wind spirit thing.
That's wind. We're going after bandits. They can't see it.
What if they're crows? What if it's literally red crows?
That's
I'll just
true.
give
Do they
up.
have crows?
I don't know.
Who knows?
See, I'll
if they
take the
are-
watch.
If
I'll
they
take
are
the watch
liter-
before dawn.
if they are literally crows, I'm gonna give up and walk away.
I mean, the ones I saw were just people, but they could turn into crows for all I know. I mean, I turn into a cat.
I'll shoot them down.
All right. Okay.
Very cool. So what will be your watch order then, friendlies?
Defect,
I'll go first.
Defect.
Cadus, Olive, and then Greg. Was
Sure.
it?
Yeah.
Great. I dig it. So you set up your tent area.
What?
Do you have a campfire this evening?
Do we?
I mean,
I would think so. I don't think we feel any urge to be secretive right now, right? There's no known threats. Certainly wouldn't occur to Greg, I don't think.
While walking, we haven't seen anything that would be threatening, right?
no, not so much.
Not that you've seen.
Well, I have a 22 passive perception, so I hope I've seen something.
Maybe you've seen
yeah.
too much.
You, yeah, you have not had any problems.
So there's no bullets anymore. That's great.
Yeah. Cool. Interesting. Great. There we go. So defect, go ahead. Make a perception check.
16.
And make a weird. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Uh-oh.
Is there another sand dune gonna fall on top of me?
Absolutely.
Sand dune with a cactus and
At least you don't need to breathe.
Oh yeah, that's true. It falls on the tent where we're all sleeping. We all can't breathe.
that's okay. I can hold my breath.
Okay, great.
Greg and Adis die.
Olive turns into earthworm and lives.
Very cool. So on your watch defect, while kind of the sun is going down, campfire is set up. It's very nice. You see a few very large creatures kind of amble slowly kind of in the direction of the campfire.
What kind of creatures?
They are very large. They seem to have like gray skin. You can make a nature check. See if you know what these things are.
Oof. Yeah, it wasn't gonna be good. 7.
Yeah, you've never seen one of these things before. But there's only 2 of them.
Are they threatening?
They're kind of just meandering in your general direction, and they kind of are munching on grass as they walk towards you.
Okay. Do they have horns, tusks, anything that could be used as a weapon?
Oh, they do. They have big giant horns on their nose.
Okay. Defect would not, I guess, but I know.
Yeah.
Okay, but do they see me since our camp? Are they just staying their distance?
Yeah, they're not actively approaching, but they're kind of just chomping on a few things. You don't know what they're doing, though. You can attempt an insight check if you want.
Okay.
Or an animal handling check, I guess, would be... Either would be acceptable. Whichever one you want to do.
I have no skill in either, so let me see if I can read their actions.
Oh, good.
These are foreign creatures on a natural one. They're
Right.
You've never seen anything like them. You don't know what they're all about.
Okay. I'll just keep an eye on them. How far are they from the camp?
They kind of stop doing anything about like 50 or so feet away from you.
Okay.
And they just kind of in one motion, one of them just kind of goes and like down on the ground. The other one follows suit shortly thereafter.
Okay, do we make eye contact at all?
They kind of look over in your direction because the fire's there.
Mm-hmm. Can I nod at them?
Sure.
I nod at them.
Okay. You do so.
And that's it. Then I guess I'll wait to see what happens next, if anything.
Yeah, it looks like they're settling down and closing their eyes, going to sleep. Tuck their legs under themselves.
Aw.
Orbs. Okay. Cool.
We should definitely attack them. They are a threat.
Okay. I'll just admire them from a distance, and then I guess at the end of my watch, I'll wake up Adis.
Okay.
And when I do so, I'll tell him about the creatures.
Cool.
Giant horns.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Adis, you can definitely make a nature check.
I'm terrible at these. Yeah,
His defect is.
1 point
Yep.
higher than defect.
Yeah, you are pretty sure that they're natural, but you don't know exactly what they are.
And you said that they're just laying down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm not too worried about them then.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, they appear to be just sleeping at this point.
Alright. I'll just... I'll just, like, feed the campfire a little bit more and then just keep watch.
Yeah. Go ahead, make a perception check. Cool, yeah, these things are definitely asleep. Go ahead, roll a D100 for me as well. Cool. Very cool. So yeah.
Is it cool?
Yeah. So yeah, during your watch, you see, these creatures are sleeping, doing their thing. Why is this not working? Weird. Okay. Ah, there we go. Great. Yeah, at some point in the evening, you hear something swoop down out of the sky towards these creatures,
Oh, Jesus.
and
It's a red crow.
and you hear a torrent of fire released.
Oh.
Fuck.
And both of these creatures are startled awake. One of them is just severely, well, they're both actually severely scorched.
Uh-huh.
And you look up and you see another creature bearing down out of the sky. 3 heads. One the head of a goat, one the head of a lion, and one the head of a red dragon. And that is where we're going to take a short little bio break.
Oh, good.
Goody.
And we'll come back in a few moments here and see exactly what happens when our friends are awakened by this monster happening. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Stay tight, everyone. Hello, everyone. We are back, and we are just having a bit of fun with a three-headed
Rhinos.
monster that has come down and apparently gone after some rhinos here. It's going to be an interesting one.
Hold it.
Yeah. So, Adis, you have just seen this
Okay.
happen up here. These are indeed the creatures who have been asleep.
They're the
And
last two left, are they?
who knows? And this is the creature that has just flown down out of the sky and breathed fire onto them.
Cute. Can you do that, Olive?
Breathe fire? No.
No, change into that.
Oh, you guys are awake already?
They are actually not.
This is our
Um,
subconscious.
So at this moment in time, we're going to need a little bit of an initiative roll here. So those of you who are asleep do not need to make the initiative roll yet because you are asleep. So really, I just need one from Adis.
But what about me? Because I had that.
Right, you don't actually sleep, right?
Yeah, and I can still hear things as normal.
Yeah, so then you can roll an initiative. Well, let me look at your passive perception here. 13. Yeah, you probably heard that. So then, yeah, you can roll initiative as well, Defect. Do-do-do-do. All right. Bum, bum, bum. So, Defect, you rolled a 13.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Olive, you're not actually there yet, so I'm going to delete that. All right, here we go. Defect, you are the first person to get to do anything. You hear this torrent of flame, and your eyes light up, and you see through the walls of the tent. This area up here just kind of becomes bright light.
Do I have my full movement speed, or is it half? Because I'm kind of.
No, you've been sitting in your rest position. And the opening to the tent is on the south side. So.
On the south side. But I did see a big flame burst, right? Or something bright happen.
You opened your eyes and you caught the tail end of it. Yeah.
That caught it. Okay, so I will wake up all of them if I can. Spoot, Grig, and Olive.
Okay. You can use your action to wake up one of them.
Well, then I will wake up my best friend in the whole wide world, Grig.
Okay.
I mean, in the past we've yelled, it's just they have disadvantage of hearing it.
Yeah, you can totally make enough noise to do that, So which you can use your action to wake up Grig, but you can also just shout really loudly to wake up the others.
I think Defect in this state will just wake up Grig.
Okay. Cool. So Grig, you can go ahead and roll initiative. Select your token and roll.
Boom.
Whoa.
Nice.
First roll. No, not first roll.
High roll.
Rolled one other.
Yeah, so you don't get to act this round, but you'll act first thing next round.
Great.
Anything else there, Defect?
I guess I will move down a little
Cool.
bit.
So yeah, you can get up and use half your movement to exunt the tent.
Which actually, it's been a while since we played. Oh, 40 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I'll over right there, move to there. And that's it. Yeah, I'll stop there.
All right. Adis, it is your turn. You see Defect come rushing out of the tent and kind of get to there. As you watch, you heard this thing kind of swoop down, and you turned and you saw it just breathed fire over these two rhinos.
Every creature deserves a hot dinner.
As long as that dinner isn't us. Can I see, like, is Defect outside of the tent or no?
Yeah, he has just stepped outside and he's kind of like right next to you.
Okay.
Oh, I seem to have lost Amber.
Her
she'll be right back. She's getting
headphones
her.
are. Yeah, headphones.
Ah,
died.
her headphones died. Okay.
Is Defect, like, propping open the tent door at all, or no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm just gonna, like, see the Chimera, and he's just gonna be like, fuck. And then, I'm gonna cast, Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
And then, I'm gonna move a bit off to the side. And I'm gonna cast it on, everybody.
All right.
So you all have a +10 to stealth checks if you tried to.
Cool. Is that concentration?
Yes.
All right, cool. So you cast that. Next up is the Chimera, unless you want to do any movement.
Yeah, I'm just moving to there.
All right, cool.
And just as I'm running past him, be like, guys, there's a big thing.
Yeah.
Very nonchalant, guys.
Big thing out there.
It's fire.
It's big.
Yeah, so this creature lands the last bit of 10 feet right next to this burnt out rhino, landing on the ground, and makes some attacks on it. It bites it with the lion head just kind of digging deep into it, and the creature goes,
Still alive?
yeah, it is very much singed, but it's still alive. It's got a very thick, dense hide to Adis's sight, it appears. The ram head smashes it in the face with its horns for some more damage. And then the front claws, which are like those of a red dragon, just come up and attempt to tear through the hide. And the creature falls over onto its side. It wasn't even able to get up from the position it had taken for rest. And it's just over dead. And the three-headed entity lifts its head, three heads. This discordant sound of multi-animal roars all at once. The other creature is going to get up. And it's going to make a wisdom saving throw. It is terrified. So it runs about 20 feet. Because it's not very quick at getting up from prone. And then it uses its action to just dash another like 40 feet out. And and it has hightailed it out of there.
Oh,
The last white rhino, guys.
Yeah, everyone who's still asleep after that, that roar, everybody can make a perception check at disadvantage. It's a DC 10. So that would be Spoot and Olive, I believe. So neither Spoot nor Olive are awoken by the triple roars.
I shouldn't have put in my.
I can't believe they both rolled -1s, though. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's a disadvantage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
I shouldn't have put my earplugs in before I went to sleep. That was a mistake.
See,
Yeah, apparently we're real heavy sleepers.
see, when you're in your shell, everything's muffled. Greg, it is your turn.
Okay, great. I'm going to creep out of the tent very sneakily
All right. Go ahead.
and go as far as I can.
Cool. So, yeah,
So-
you use half your movement to get up,
Yeah.
and then you can make a stealth check.
Cool. With my +10. Oh, I crit it twice. 12 plus 10 is 22.
Okay, yeah, you silently move out of the tent.
Imagining Grig's eyes very wide, like that was a lot of noise. I'm gonna just be really small right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hide it
Um,
in your bag of holding.
Yeah. I could actually probably fit. Great. And I'm just gonna have out my little arcane firearm driller's hammer and just be like, holding an action. If something attacks me, I'm gonna attack it back.
Okay, cool. Defect, it is your turn.
I will wake up Olive.
Okay, are you using your action, or are you gonna like shout for her to wake up?
Is an action to like physically wake her up?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
What?
use my action to wake her up, and I'll say, "Not Kaerlie. Go and wake up." Spook."
Olive, go ahead and roll initiative. Click your token and roll initiative.
At least I'm
Then
not
I
still at
will.
disadvantage.
Okay, great. So you will get a turn in the next initiative order.
And then I will step out to the side and stealthily move away from the campfire.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Sure thing.
You get +10, right?
Mm-hmm.
17.
Thank God.
17. All right, cool. Defect, you think you move pretty stealthily.
Mhm.
All right, Adis, it is your turn. Adis?
Sorry, I forgot I pushed talk when I was eating chips.
Appreciate that.
Forgot what your name was?
Yes, I do that frequently.
Yeah, so there is this bit of rocky terrain over here. It's probably going to be difficult terrain, just so you know.
Okay. I'll just kind of then crouch down near it. Just take the hide action for now.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth check. Oh, with a natural
Oh.
20 for 36.
Oh.
Dang.
You are silent as everything, and you are just like your outfit, your cloak, and everything kind of like blends in with the grass really well. Like nobody can see you. It's incredibly well done.
You're on the slopes of Mordor with the elven cloaks.
Greg just like
Welcome
turns
invisibility.
around to look at Adis again, and Adis is just gone.
Mm-hmm.
It is? What? Uh-oh.
Yeah, Adis seems to have like pretty much disappeared, Greg. It's crazy. The creature, the dragon head and the lion head, and the goat head rather, like start tearing into the flesh of this creature. Defect, you can see that the lion head is looking straight at you, almost in a challenging way.
I nod my head at it.
Like you do.
Yeah, it's the lion's fangs are like bared and like almost like it's daring you to come close to it. But it uses its action to feed upon the rhino that it has crushed beneath its might. The rhinoceros is dead. So, Greg, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm going to just creep my little self over to the other side of the tent, very sneakily.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
A total of 35.
Great.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to continue to just hold an action. If something attacks either Defect or at me, then I will attack it back. But I'm
Okay.
just gonna watch.
All right. Olive, it is your turn. You have been awoken by Defect and told to be quiet.
I will wake up Spoot. Hey, turtle guy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is your action. Go ahead. Spoot, you can roll initiative. Click on your token and roll your initiative.
Roll initiative.
What else would you like to do, Olive?
I am going to I'm going to click on the right tool and exit the tent.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I'm
you
going
can
to
you can get 15 feet.
That's about how far I've gone. And I'm going to use my bonus action to pick up some pebbles
Okay.
and cast some magic stone on them and hang on to those.
It was actually your action to wake up Spoot, so you.
It's a bonus action.
Oh, it's a bonus action to do that spell. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like Shillelagh, but
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Adis, remind me on the range of Pass Without a Trace. Because I think if they go out of a certain distance, then they don't get the benefits, right?
I thought it was when you cast it.
It might have been. It might be. I'm just not sure. In the meantime...
For the duration, each creature within 30 feet of you. Okay.
Okay, great. So nobody else is really gaining that benefit then. But Defect, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to. So it's still busy eating, right? This creature.
Two of the heads are chowing into the rhino. The other one, the lion, is looking at you.
I'm going to try to respect the law of nature and just sneak back a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe up to there. Can I still like make out this creature, like, regarding the nighttime, and can I still see it?
It's pretty dim. You can see the outline of it, but you can't make out details.
Okay.
It's pretty far away. It's out of a light source now. The original fire that was there, that had like charred part of the grass, is gone.
Okay.
So you just kind of see a massive outline.
Okay. I will move also. Here. Okay. And that's where I'm going to turn. I'm just going to kind of. I'll prepare an action. Let's say that. If it runs towards me, I'll have my axe ready. Got it.
Okay, cool. Spoot, it is your turn. You have been awoken.
Is it? It's probably safe to say I sense the urgency and.
Yeah, you were told to be quiet about the whole shenanigans.
In which case, will attempt to sneak out of the tent. It's convenient that our tent opening is facing the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's half your movement to stand up, but then you can get out of the tent with your other half.
I'm gonna do the old stealth roll. Yep,
Okay.
that's about what I thought.
Yeah, you trip over a couple of the bedrolls. You don't fall prone, but you definitely make noise.
I really wish I had fallen prone, to be honest. No, I don't. I take that back.
It's out like you never made it out of the tent.
I'm just gonna stop and listen at this point. I'm gonna make a perception check to see if anything audibly changed outside, if I can.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, a 22. Yeah, so with a 22, you definitely hear what sounds like massive jaws tearing at flesh. And just tearing into meat. It is not a sound you are unaccustomed to, given your background in the swamp.
Ah. Oh
Yikes.
boy.
You definitely know the sound of predators eating their prey.
Let's see. I am going to whisper to anyone that might be outside the tent. Is it safe to come out?
Oh,
Okay. Anything else on your turn, Spoot?
No.
Okay. Adis, back to you.
I am just going to stay hidden and just prepare an attack. So I'm going to knock an arrow. Be ready for an attack.
Mm-hmm.
And
Alright.
the minute it makes hostile action, like runs towards the tent or the party, I'm gonna fire.
Cool, yeah. So the creature, one head still eyeing Defect, but you can't tell which one. Because it's just out of the range of, I think, everybody's dark vision except for Greg. Olive can just make it out as well.
I think I can see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see that the lion head has, like, gone down, but now the dragon head is looking in the direction of your tent and Defect, while the other two heads feast on the rhino. And the rhino is being dead and eaten, so Greg, it is your turn.
Great. I am gonna just stay right where I am.
Okay.
Not gonna move. Yep. Just gonna continue to hold an action. If the thing makes any aggressive moves towards any of my compatriots, I will spoof.
Sure. Olive, are you going to do anything? I will say, anyone, Greg, you could also have answered Spoot on your turn if you wanted to.
Oh, Spoot's saying, right, is it safe to
Is
come
it
out?
safe to come out?
I'll just, I don't want to drop attention. I'm just going to whisper as quietly as possible. I don't know, but it might be safer than staying in.
Okay. And Olive, what would you like to do on your turn?
I'm gonna sit here with my magic stones and think about it. I can see the dragon. The dragon's looking at Defect, right? Not at us.
It's kind of looking at Defect and kind of glancing in your general direction.
Knock her down.
All right, cool. Defect, are you going to do anything?
I think so. I feel like Defect's getting a little bit bored here. Hold on, I just want to see something. I'm going to try to throw a javelin at it.
Okay.
Oh.
It will be a disadvantage because you can't see it.
I like them odds. Let's do it.
He went from oh,
All right, so that is a 10. So you throw a javelin. What's the range on a javelin?
It says here 30/120.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you throw it over there, and it just kind of sticks in the ground, like right next to it. And you hear a growl. Spoot, it is your turn.
okay. I will attempt again to stealthily exit the tent.
Okay, go ahead, roll a stealth check. With an 8, you kind of clamber out of the tent.
Sorry.
Greg and Olive, you definitely see the dragon head is definitely looking in the direction of the tent, and also kind of moving back and forth between staring at the tent and Defect.
Just turn around and glare at Spoot.
Got it. I should stop moving. Okay. I'm gonna stop moving. I'm just gonna stay here. And that's my action.
Anything else, or are you good?
No, I think that's it. Till I know
Okay.
what we're dealing with, which I obviously don't.
Yeah, Adis, anything, or maintaining a hold?
I'm going to stay hidden. I can still use my same stealth check, right?
Yeah, because you haven't moved or attacked, you get to keep the stealth check.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep my arrows knocked and stay hidden.
Okay, cool.
Just waiting for it to charge forward.
All right, cool. Next up is those of you who can see in the dark, which I think is just Greg and Olive. And Adis, I think it's out of range of your dark vision, so you just see the shadow.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I'm 5 feet.
Yeah, you can see like the shadow of it. You can't get any details. But Olive and Greg, you definitely see this creature. One head looks at the javelin in the ground next to it, and all 3 heads pick up and roar a challenge in the direction of Defect, and the wings,
Oh,
and it flies like about 10 feet off the ground in a beeline towards Defect.
oh.
Fire.
Right there. And then the dragon head pulls back. And I need Defect to make a dexterity saving throw.
When it does this, can I shoot at it?
And me too. That's definitely aggressive.
Yeah, you can both fire your held actions at it. I will allow that.
Since it's closer to the
14.
fire now.
Okay.
Since it's closer to the fire now, am I still at? Can I see it better now?
Yeah, you can totally see it better now.
All right, but curious because I used the hide action.
Yeah, you have advantage on it. So
Okay.
a 21
Yeah.
will hit
Great.
for your firebolt.
11 plus, because I'm using my arcane firearm, plus another d8. So 15 damage.
Okay. Sounds good. Great. Yeah, so it gets blasted in the side. A 16 also hits.
Okay. This is just piercing, so I'm not close enough for force.
Right.
So it's 7 piercing.
All right.
Do I get the second shot? Or
No, held action is just 1 attack.
Okay.
But so yeah, you laugh this, and you rolled a 14 for your reflex save.
I have advantage on
Mhm.
dexterity saving throws.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you were not quick enough to evade the swiftness of this creature's dragon breath,
Mm-hmm.
and Defect you take
Roll.
38 points of fire damage
Ooh.
as you are engulfed on the edge of a torrent of flame as it roils across your body.
Not cool, dude.
Yeah. It pretty much just kind of looks at you and just blasts you. Yeah. It's angry now. You tried to attack it. But Greg, it is now your turn.
Cool. It's my turn. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go save my best friend. So I'm gonna spin. Cure wounds. I know you're probably not dying, but let's just, because you're gonna attack it probably. Get 8 points. It's something, and then I'm gonna use my magic being of goblin and dash the remainder of my movement.
Okay.
Or disengage and then move my last 5, 10. Just kind of trying to get out of the cone.
All right. So Greg dashes in, heals up Defect a little bit, and dashes back out. Next up is Olive.
I'm going to switch to the right thingy, and I'm going to move over here.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna go. Use my sling to throw one of those rocks at him.
All right. A 9 does not hit, unfortunately. Oh, wait. Is this your magic spell?
So I'm throwing the spelled rocks, and I've not used the spell before.
You use your spell
Oh, yeah.
attack.
You use your spell attack for it, so you just click the thing.
It's the same as Shillelagh,
Okay.
but rocks.
Cool. An 11, however,
Doesn't help.
it bounces off the kind of scaled bit of dragon on the back side of it that's facing you, having no effect.
Bummer. Yeah, I was trying to figure out. I guess the sling just gives it more range
Yeah, probably.
versus throwing it.
Yeah,
Which doesn't matter because I'm within throwing range anyway.
right. Cool. Defect, it is your turn. You have been covered in fire by this thing.
I am going to activate Rage.
All right, rage it up.
Swing up to here,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna swing
Swing batter.
my axe at it. Is it gonna-
All right.
There we go.
A 12 does not hit.
Oh,
New Year's rage.
Yeah, it brings up the ram head or the goat head just like brings its horn up and like blocks the edge of the axe, knocking it off course.
All right, well that's all I will do for now. Oh, actually, no, wait. I'm sorry. I'm at 5th level. I can attack
Yeah, you can
twice.
swing twice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have 2 attacks. Yeah.
And so I will swing again at it.
Mhm.
There we go. 27.
27
That's a hit.
absolutely hits.
Yeah.
Right, for 8 points of damage.
All right.
Oh no! Sorry.
All right,
Auto
you
roll.
slash
Right?
into its side. Well done.
Channeled your inner spoot.
All right. And speaking of Spoot, it is now your turn.
Oh, I can see this thing, yeah?
Mm-hmm. It is definitely within the campfire light.
Ah,
Spiritual weapon out.
Spoot says, oh. That's all he says. And then I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to try to cast on it a spell.
Mhm.
I'm going to make sure I don't have to touch it. No, I just have to see it. I'm going to cast blindness
Ooh, nice.
on the Chimera.
On whatever this crazy thing is. That's a Constitution saving throw.
That's
See,
what it is.
yes. which means it probably will pass because it's like a dragon. But
Okay. You cast your spell and you feel the magic land, and you hear the creature roar, and its heads turn in all different directions, and you see that all 6 of its eyes are white and milky.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Spoot does like a little like
Nice.
yes.
Awesome.
Great. Yeah. Hang on. Sorry. Let me double check my. Yeah. So with my bonus action, I'm gonna get out my spiritual weapon.
That's the second
Oh,
spell. You
I
can
did.
only cast one spell.
Oh yes, you're right.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna stay. I don't know. I'm gonna stay there. I'm gonna tell the party that it's blind. I'm just gonna yell, "It's blinded. We have some advantage."
Okay.
Trying to draw attention to yourself.
Doesn't
He
matter.
can still hear you.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He can't see me.
Okay. Adis, it is your turn. You are no longer stealthed because you did attack,
Right.
Hmm.
but it is blind.
Right.
It rolled an 8 on its saving throw.
Oh.
Oh, good thing.
Lucky me.
Hearing that, I'm just gonna, wrong tool, move forward. And then, actually, wait. Trying to get within 30 feet. God damn it, I can't do that this turn. I'm gonna move there, and then I'm gonna just, fire twice at it.
Go for it. 2 attacks at advantage.
19
19 absolutely hits.
for 8 damage, 8 piercing.
All right.
Second swing,
23
23.
absolutely hits.
for 5 damage.
All right.
And then I will bonus. No, I can't do that. Never mind.
Okay. Next is the creature's turn. The creature, being blind, is just
Pretty
going
pissed
to.
off.
Yeah, it's very upset. It's going to make a perception check at disadvantage because it's blind. Still rolls very high. So it's going to make attacks at defect. They're all going to be at disadvantage because it's still blind, but it's pretty confident it knows where you are.
Okay. Let's see.
So the lion head reaches out to snap you. Ooh, you're lucky it was a disadvantage. That is a 24 to hit.
Still hits. Okay.
Yep, for 14 points of piercing damage. You're raging, so reduced to 7.
Yikes.
Okay. Still good.
Does a 17 hit you?
Does not.
Cool, yeah. The goat head rams towards you with its horns, and you duck out of the way. One of the claws comes up to swipe at you with a 22 to hit. For 9 points of slashing damage, reduced from your rage to 4.
Still good, guys.
All right.
It then gets to make another con save at the end of its turn. And rolls a natural 20. It is no longer blind.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my.
Wow,
What
damn. Yeah, what was indeed.
Yeah.
It's a shame that doesn't last for like a duration or something.
It does, as long as it fails the save.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, you can see the milkiness fades away from its eyes. And Greg, it is your turn.
Great.
Fairy fire.
Great. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I was baiting things. its dex is awfully high, but I'll be like, yeah, do that thing. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire, having seen Adis do it a bunch. DC is 15.
Okay.
Dex save.
All right. It will make a dexterity
Obviously.
saving throw.
Just catching it, not catching defect.
Yep. It rolls a 17.
Great.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Great. Grig is then gonna just, like, scamper back a little more. Well, no. Maybe just a little.
Yeah, so
Just
you...
a little this way.
All right. So you scamper back. Unfortunately, the creature shakes off the effect of your magic.
Yep. The end. That was fun.
All right. Olive, it is your turn.
Cool. I guess I'm gonna chuck another rock at this thing.
All right, go for it. A 16 will hit for 7 points of damage.
It's a painful pebble.
It's a magic stone.
Yeah, very nice. Very cool, very cool. Defect, it is your turn.
Swing number 1.
Yeah, go for it.
Ah, no. That's a...
A 10 will not hit. It dodges out of the way. It can see you now.
Here's rage.
man.
I'm dead.
So angry. So angry, I will, as a free action, use Reckless.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. Probably a bad idea in the long run, but I'm a little bit pissed off. So let's do it again.
Go for
With
it.
advantage.
27
Yeah.
absolutely hits. For 8.
Oh, my God. All right. That's it.
All right, yeah. You're definitely getting some licks in on this.
Tiny licks.
That brings us to Spoot.
Aha! It's me.
Mhm.
Probably can tell he's not blind anymore. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, one of the heads is looking, turning in your direction. Probably the dragon head.
Oh great, my favorite.
Well, you can talk to that one.
And its eyes are
Right.
not milky coated anymore.
I see.
I've got it in chat. Painful pebble pelt, go!
I'm going to
Take the
cast Bless
All right.
Bring a
on
blessing.
everyone but the newbie
Yes!
and the Chimera, of course.
And the command. No, you always bless the enemy.
Are you casting it at 2nd level?
Oh, did I do that?
No,
Yes, I did.
I'm just asking if you are.
Oh no, I'm casting it first level. Sorry, newbie.
Okay, so just defect Grig and Adis then?
Yes.
All right. Very, very cool, very cool, very cool.
And
If you would prefer, you can bless yourself. It's fine.
that's all right. I don't actually
Say,
plan on. I don't plan on attacking this thing. So you go for it.
Except with your spiritual weapon.
Except for my spirit, you're right. Which can't be blessed anyway. Can I do a medicine check on our good friend, the robot?
Yeah,
Defect.
defect the robot. Go for it. With a 21 medicine check, he's hurt. He's like below what you would figure like him at his best, like about half of that, a little less than that.
Okay, sorry, I've already used some spell this go round, but it's good to know. And if I'm not being too... Nope, that's it. That's,
Gonna hang out there?
You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? This may be crazy. I'm gonna whisper the magic words to get the tent to fold up. The
Okay.
words in draconic.
Very slowly, in very like slow motion, the tent like. So over the next 10 minutes, the tent will be folding up. Mind you, each round of combat is but 6 seconds.
Yeah, if that tent is still folding while we're fighting, there's a problem.
But Adis, it is your turn.
Maybe I'll distract him.
Right. Yeah. Burn the tent.
That's,
The tent is partial cover, damn it.
that's actually the point. I don't want him to burn the tent, so maybe I was like, maybe if it's smaller.
Alright, now within 30 feet, I would like to bonus action Planar Warrior.
Yep. So you get your force damage die.
I'll say it again, yeah. Natural 20.
Natural 20 absolutely hits. Go ahead, roll your, what is it, 4d8 now? Yeah, look at that. So
And
10 plus 13, 23 from the first arrow. You just jam it. In it,
You've been jammed.
so much force. The arrow finds like
Jamming.
an old weak spot between two of the plates on the neck of the dragon head, and just buries halfway in. The creature roars in pain, and
I try the same technique that killed the other dragon on this dragon.
yeah,
Second shot,
yeah.
17,
17 will hit.
and that one is 5 force.
All right. For 5 more points of damage. Yeah, that angered it greatly. It is now the creature's turn. Let's just check something. Cool. The creature looks towards thing, and you attacked it recklessly, so it has advantage on the attacks against you, Defect.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 20 to hit with the bite from the lion's head.
Yes.
For 12 points of damage, reduced to 6.
It's okay. Still up.
The horns is from the ram head is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
For another 12 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 6.
Still alive.
And the claws swipe at you, hitting you with a 20 for another 12 points of slashing damage, reduced to 6.
Still on my feet.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
It is angry and just tearing into you.
I'm panicking right now.
Greg, it is your turn.
I
Well,
think that's an action.
You can panic as a free action. It's okay.
It's a free action.
it's free. It's free. I am going to, if I may, I want to see how dead the chimera is while I run up to my best friend. Right up behind. He's
Yeah.
at 30 feet, so can I just like put myself right there, basically, because I can't overlap him?
Yeah.
Cool. And medicine check on that thing. How close to dead is it? Oh, well, I have no idea.
You have no
Yeah.
idea. It's
Not dead yet.
it's not a natural creature. It's hard to tell. You've never seen one before.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on my best friend at 2nd level.
Okay, go for it.
Cool.
All right.
It's the math. 13.
Yeah, 13 points of healing to Defect. Great.
And my bonus action, I'm going to hide behind Defect. Not that it'll make any difference.
All right, cool.
Thick thighs.
Olive.
Boom.
Yeah, thick thighs, save allies.
Right. Keep on chucking rocks at this thing.
Yeah, go for it. Chuck a rock. A 13 will not hit. It bounces off of the hide again. Doesn't quite
Bummer.
penetrate. But Defect, it is now your turn.
Defect is angry as well, so he will reckless attack.
Okay?
16.
16 will hit for 17 points of damage.
That is a hefty hit.
Yes.
Okay, and for my second swing,
Natural 20 hits, yes,
Oh, oh.
for 19 points of damage. Very nice. Don't even need the D4 from the bless. Spoot, it is your turn.
I give 2 thumbs up to defect, and that is my action. Okay.
I was gonna say, damn, not even a healing word.
I hate you. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, as a bonus action, I guess I'll do healing word. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm gonna start with that. I'm gonna do healing word, and
Okay.
9 points of healing damage.
Okay, 9 points of healing damage to defect.
And I guess just for good measure, I'm gonna throw some sacred flame at the Chimera.
Alright, go for it.
It's gonna be a mistake.
It makes a dexterity saving throw. It rolls a 13.
Whoa.
That's the most damage you've ever done.
Oh my god, is that the damage? I thought that was
Yeah.
a D6.
Yeah, no, that's 14 points of radiant damage. You rolled a 6 and an 8. Well done.
Wow.
Holy cow!
Uh,
I
so,
look down at my hands, I'm like,
so Spoot,
what?
you release this divine flame towards the creature. What does it look like when you kill it?
Oh, what? I killed something.
Welcome back, Mateo.
You know what? I don't know. I kind of want it to be like, kind of funny. Like, I don't know. I got nothing really. Like, I burn its paw, and in the process of reacting to that, it falls over and dies. I don't know. It's just really embarrassing for it.
It died of a heart attack because the flame was so strong.
All right,
I don't know. I got
Spoot
nothing.
wasn't
prepared
cast
for this.
his sacred flame spell, which he's done hundreds of times, and it's never been too effective. But he does it.
Points of damage.
The creature does not. The creature does not even see it coming, focusing its attentions on defect, and one head now looking towards Adis. And it looks like it's getting ready to belch flame from the dragon head once more. So it doesn't even register the fact that this little turtle thing is dangerous to it. And in
Little
doing
turtle
so,
thing?
this little divine kind of ball of energy becomes a little like awkward turtle and flies towards it super fast, flying straight through and smashing the dragon head on the side, and the energy pulses through the head. You can see it light up between the scales, chasing through the body, and it burns away some of the flesh in a bright, divine bit of firepower and light. And the creature roars with all 3 heads and falls to the ground. All 3 heads.
Wow.
I want to be this like silence. Everyone stares at Spoot, and they just see the tent slowly.
Yeah, the tent's about 6 seconds into its folding at this point in time.
Probably should have thought about that before I.
Boot, why is the tent collapsing?
I don't know. I just had a reaction earlier in a panic. I thought maybe I should close the tent. I don't know. I kind of forgot how long it takes.
You had it in your speech. You have a
I
way
didn't know I had it in me either. I wasn't planning on making an attack.
slap him on the back. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't know how
is gonna-
Can I just say, at the start of Defect's turn, it had about 50 hit points. If Defect had not crit, because it did regain its fire breath, and it was just going to fire Defect and Grig on its turn and just
Yeah.
burn you both
no.
alive.
Yeah.
This is like karma coming back
Terrible
for
way to
when
die.
I tried to yeah, when I tried to kill the dragon and failed. So this is just like I
Yeah,
got my one time to shine.
yeah, you got a three-headed crazy monster thing. Well done.
Man, I think I need a nap. How do you
Spoot.
feel, Defect? You
Spoot,
okay?
you have to wait 20 minutes to nap. Come help me look at this thing.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go ahead and say the word so that when it collapses, it'll open back up again.
I can. Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
So yeah, the tent is in the process of folding up.
I'm gonna aid.
What
Adis.
are you trying to figure out here, Adis?
I've never seen what this is, so I just want to, examine it and just do kind of like a figure out what it is or like weaknesses or something. Just like
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead, make an
I want
Arcana
to come
check.
too.
Yeah, I want to come poke at it.
everybody's gonna poke at
Yeah,
it.
Everybody's
I'm
very
gonna say since everybody is like trying to figure this stuff out and looking at it, you can have advantage on the Arcana check.
Okay. Not that that's probably gonna help anything.
I'll give you some guidance. So
19.
Oh, great! Actually,
Matching rolls.
Olive and Adis, you figure out now that having battled this thing, getting a good look at it. This is a creature out of popular rumor and legend and myth. It's called a chimera. It is a monstrous creature that perhaps some crazy set of wizards created the first one long ago for some weird purpose. But then they got out and they kept breeding. They have 3 heads. Various parts of their bodies are valuable. Teeth and claws are, okay for like adornment stuff. Probably not going to get too much out of it. The biggest part of a chimera that is valuable is actually the fire gland, because it is unlike a dragon in that it is much smaller but just as deadly. And also the fourth or the third heart of it, because it actually has 3 hearts inside.
But we probably have no way of keeping these from decomposing, I don't think.
Oh.
I mean,
gentle repose would work on that.
You don't know.
What'd you think? Wait, so do I know that the third heart in the fire gland thing?
Yeah.
Or
With the 19 Arcana check, yeah,
Okay.
you know that.
So just like I'm not gonna like waste and like try and not get a long rest, but I'm just gonna pick at it at the chimera since I don't think we have a way to store it. But
Okay.
just like practice extracting the fire gland in the heart maybe, or at least get as much as I can, so I can maybe do it cleaner the second time.
Okay, because you're not actually attempting to harvest anything, you can make an investigation check.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. Just because I've never seen one up close, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had to rescue the dog from under the desk.
No problem. So with an 11 on your investigation check, Adis, the biology of this creature baffles you because it is unlike any natural creature you've ever encountered. It seems to have veins and arteries where there shouldn't be ones, and where they should be, there's like armored scales or tough muscle protecting it. How this thing functions is beyond you, and you don't really get a sense on where the gland or the heart would be unless you like spend a lot of time like tearing through the corpse. Like you'd have to do a full like dissection of it to figure it out.
Okay. Spoot, are you taking notes on this thing?
Yes, I'm like writing in my journal and like drawing, diagrams. Unless you need me to actively do something, like physically, I will do
Nope. Just so, like, if we do this again, we might have a better chance of extracting something valuable.
Yes.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna
Yeah, Spoot, go
hop up
ahead.
here.
Because you're doing this as well, you can make an investigation check as well.
Okay.
I think I would be focused on the creature too.
Okay, yeah, you can both make investigation checks then.
If possible, I will. Because I really want to learn about this thing. I will give myself
Is
some
bless
guide.
still active? Doesn't
It
apply
is
here.
faded by this point. It only lasts for a minute, so.
Yeah, it's only a minute. I think I want to give myself some guidance on this investigation because I'm really curious. Did
Okay.
it go through?
Yeah, 19 plus your guidance.
I'm gonna come up here and cut off the rhinoceros's horns.
Okay.
Oh, you're no better than a poacher.
Wow. All right.
Bad druid.
Yeah.
Bad.
Dead already.
Magical.
So Spoot with a 21, you actually take really good notes of the like the outside of it because Adis is not like cutting into it. You don't get to see like the insides or whatever, but you do get a good sketch on like all the proportions, potential vulnerable spots based on the outside of it. It may help you if you ever encounter one of these things again. But you don't know like where the fire gland is located inside of it or anything.
I see. Did I happen to see the? Did I see it breathe fire at any point?
Oh yeah, you saw Adis get, or Defect rather
Defect.
get.
Oh, that's right. So I do know at
Boiled.
least what it's produces it, right? I'm assuming I know that
It's the
their
dragon head, yeah. The dragon
Yeah.
head obviously produces fire. The lion head has incredible fangs for biting. The goat head has like very hard horns, like harder than those of a normal goat.
Hmm.
And actually, funny enough, the goat also has sharp teeth.
Oh, that sucks.
So you think
Weird.
like any of the heads could bite you.
Mhm.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we definitely know. I mean, then Adis. If I know, Adis knows that the fire gland is located in the dragon's head, which is obvious. But
Well, you don't know that it's located in the head of the dragon. You just know that somewhere in the body there is a fire gland.
I see. I
The
see.
fire came from the dragon head.
Yeah, it breathed fire from the head of the dragon. So that ability is
follow
probably
this tube.
probably specific to the dragon's head.
Yes. I'll just simply, I'll simply say that to Adis after my investigation. I'll say, I don't know where things are located in this, obviously, but perhaps we start with the head of the dragon if you're looking for that gland of fire.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want to stay up too late, and because we got a long day ahead of us. But I just wanted
Yeah,
to look
Yeah.
a little bit.
you're right. And then I shrug and look at the tent and I go, but we've got a little time.
Is the tent still unfolding?
No, by this time it would have refolded itself back up between the
Okay.
because it takes time to do these investigations.
Sure, sure.
Greg, your investigation,
Yeah.
reveals that all the heads have sharp teeth. The horns and claws are all a little bit tougher than like they would be naturally on a creature if it was like a normal lion or a normal goat or whatever. Yeah.
Are there any?
There are like dragon-like wings on this creature as well, and the tail is that of a lion. Again, because it's not being actively dissected in any way, it's hard to know exactly where things are in this. Adis did mention it has 3 hearts, but who knows where they may or may not be. You think it might have maybe either 1 or 3 stomachs. Because all the heads did eat the rhino. You saw it do that.
Gotcha. Are there any like loose teeth or like something like that? Or like, can I take a scale or a little tuft of fur, like little pieces?
Yeah, you can pry off like a little scale or cut a tuft of fur off. That's pretty easy.
Cool. I'm gonna take one little piece of something from each head
Cool.
and put them in my little vials.
All right, so you get one chimera scale from the dragon head. You get one chimera fang from the lion head, and you get one like chimera goat head beard. Like you cut the beard of the goat head off and shove that in another thing. Olive, up at the rhino. Go ahead, give me a survival check to harvest the horn of the rhino. Okay, with a 13, you do a pretty okay job. It's not like a neat cut, but it might be worth something.
It's a big thing.
It is a pretty big thing. So you can put like a 4-pound rhino horn into your inventory.
All right.
And just give it a note that says, in decent shape.
So how long into my watch did the chimera come down?
Towards the end.
Okay.
Yeah. You get the sense that it was hunting at night for tasty big creatures that were probably asleep, and it would have an easier time.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out because...
Funny thing was, like, I'm just going to tell you this because I think it's funny. If you guys had just left it alone, it was just going to gorge on the rhino and then GTFO.
Yeah.
I was getting bored, guys. All right.
I figured.
At the end of the round, I was going to be like, does anybody want to do anything? Because if you're not, it's just going to eat and watch, and then it's going to leave.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
Defect
Defect-
wanted to do something.
Yeah, but I was
Yeah,
giving
he
everybody
went
the
great.
round.
Scientific method.
He went-
Defect found out that we would come to his aid.
Yep.
He,
Also
he very
true.
quickly went
Yeah.
from respect nature to I'm bored.
I'm bored. Let me throw something at it.
Yeah.
Something sharp and pointy.
Defect's having a hard time.
Something clicked in those 6 seconds of...
Yeah.
That's true. He's trying to figure a lot out. He's becoming more human and it's more dangerous.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'm just trying to figure out because for Tanner reasons, like staying up and studying this thing would definitely benefit me.
Mm-hmm. Well, the corpse is probably not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I could take 10 minutes, and I would imagine I would discuss this with Adis if he's thinking about preserving body parts, but I could, for instance, cast Gentle Repose on the body of the Chimera.
I wouldn't. I mean, we're not taking it anywhere. I just I need to sleep. But
Well, that would,
I mean, if you want to take the next watch, you can examine it some more, and then I can just pick at it some more in the morning.
sure.
All right, let's do that, and then Adis is gonna go to bed.
Okay. The rest of the watches go by uneventfully. So, no worries there. You wake up the following morning. Everybody has a full rest. And there's the corpse of a chimera outside your tent. A few
Just started-
flies kind of buzzing around.
That's still there. All right. Can I try investigating it some more just to like with Spoot?
Well, you've already kind of spent some time investigating it. So my question is, like, what more information are you trying to gather? Because if you're just investigating, the DC will increase because you've already done that.
Uh-huh.
But like, if you're gonna if you're gonna put time and effort into like dissecting it and trying to find things,
Mm-hmm.
the DC will be different.
I would say, I'm going to try to look more for weaknesses in it, or like soft areas,
Okay.
instead of
Cool.
harvesting.
So great. So like you're gonna go around its body, look for various soft points and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be it'll be another investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
And the DC is gonna be a 20 on this.
Okay. I was just because next level I get another favored enemy, and so like
Mhm.
Adis is exploring things
Yeah.
because this is one of my choices.
Yeah. Totally.
A 10.
Yeah, with a 10, unfortunately, you can't find any like soft underbelly exploitable weakness on this thing. You get the impression that the only way to really take one out is just to either avoid it and not fight these things, or just
Beat the crap
lay
out of it.
into it and hope it doesn't either fly away or get its fire breath or whatever.
Okay,
But yeah.
fair enough.
You do, however, learn, I will say, that it is, between these two investigation checks, that it is a tough, vile, unnatural creature. Like, you know, it's a monstrosity kind of thing. Like, it was not a natural creation.
Okay.
So, there's that.
Well.
But yeah, anyone else have any?
Olive's kind of interested in looking for this fire gland thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to spend time and try to like open it up, you can.
If I haven't already accidentally cut it and destroyed it in my
Right.
terrible
Well, you
game.
haven't cut into it yet, so.
Oh, that's why I was looking for the fire gland. Like I was cutting into it, and you said I was cutting into arteries and muscle and.
Okay. Well, like I was thinking you were doing just like an investigation into
I was
the
trying
creature.
to find it instead of harvest it.
Okay, then
But
yeah,
I rolled
then you were
poorly,
not
so I don't
successful
know
in
if I-
finding it. Okay, so yeah, so it's a little,
Mangled?
it's a little mangled, but you can try.
Okay, I would like to try.
All right, go ahead, make a survival check.
Wow,
You
cool.
cannot find it.
Nah,
It's all dense packed muscle and like tissue. It's pretty grody, and for all you know, maybe it rots away first.
cool.
Yeah, no such luck.
Wow,
You know,
I have a +7 to that. That was a shitty roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
just for
happened.
shits and giggles, because I see everyone else doing it, I think Spoot's going to kind of take a moment and look at it. I'll throw my hat in the ring for a second, if that's
Well, but the
possible.
thing-
What are you trying to
like-
deduce, Spoot?
The same thing. You know, they're all looking for this fire glade, and I'm just
Well,
wondering.
I just for
Take a tuft of
Like
fur from the
travel-
lion head just for shits and giggles.
for travel
Okay.
time's sake and stuff. Like we don't have a way to store this because it's not a creature necessarily. We can't gentle repose.
Oh, you can't gentle repose it. I mean,
It
if I
is
had
it is a creature. It's just not a
Yeah.
humanoid.
Yeah, if I had cast it on the entire body, for instance, it should affect every part of it.
Yeah,
right?
you can try. You've never done it. You don't know. It might work.
Science.
It is not prepared. So I mean, I could take no, but I can cast it as a ritual. It just takes an additional 10 minutes. So if we're really that worried about time, then it sounds like it's.
I don't think you can even cast as a ritual if you don't have it prepared.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh,
You can cast as a ritual if you have it prepared.
if you
Yeah.
have it prepared, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Instead
I
of using a
could-
slot.
Yes, you're right. So sorry. This is the time that I normally prepare my spells. You know,
Yeah.
in the morning. So,
Yeah.
I mean, one could argue that I could prepare it and then cast it.
Yeah, like you would have known this. Like you had this thought last night. You just weren't sure how it would pan out. So if you
Sure.
would like to, you can.
I will say I would have
Science.
prepared it.
Okay,
Sorry.
great.
Just for the sake of. It couldn't hurt, right? It's
Yeah,
useful
totally.
for people die, which is not uncommon.
Yeah, very much so.
Thing that happens from time to time.
For some reason I can't seem to find it.
Well, so you cast Gentle Repose on. Are you doing it on the entire body, or like are you looking for a piece to pull out and cast it on just the piece? Like what's
Might as well
your
go for the whole. Might as well go for the whole thing, yeah.
okay? Cool, cool.
Go big or go home.
And are you going to ritual cast it or spell slot it?
If we've got some time, I would happily ritual cast it.
Yeah, you can take the time to do that while Adis and Olive are poking over the corpse. You cast the spell. It seems to land.
Very cool.
Like you feel, because it's just a creature, right?
That's my thoughts.
What happens if I try to cut it now? That gentle repose has been put on it. Meaning I'm going to take out a dagger and try to cut it.
Gentle repose, I believe, just protects it from decay, and it
See.
can't
I mean,
become
yeah,
undead.
If
So
remove
yeah,
part
you
from the
you
creature,
cut a
does that-
piece off of it.
You think it's gonna rot?
I don't know. I mean, it's not part of the creature anymore.
Isn't it though? I mean, this is clearly chimera. Greg says, holding up a little flap of skin.
Looks like chimera, smells like chimera.
I don't know. Taste it.
No.
Part of my spell component is a pinch of salt, so it might actually be okay.
Perfectly seasoned.
If only Bulk was here to stew it.
There's only one way to really tell, and that's to like take a piece with you and.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a piece in another vial.
Okay.
I got vials.
All right,
the
you
whole
put a piece in
chimera
another
thing.
vial.
Piece of chimera flesh.
All right.
The whole
So
chimera in the
your is your macabre morning done, or you just got other tricks you want to try on this thing?
I don't know, Adis, did you want to go dive back into that thing and look for the...
I mean, I don't care to harvest something that I don't know if it's necessarily going to be preserved.
Alright. I mean, I could throw my hand in at the survival check to see if I have any better educated guess at it, but that's
We're
the
going to be
most.
gone for.
I mean,
weeks.
every time somebody does another survival check to find the same thing, the DC increases. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Um,
go.
It may be here when we get back. Who knows?
I've got
hope
proof
it's
that
not.
we killed it. It's great.
All
We
right.
could tell tales of our killing a dragon, then a chimera.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna, actually, before we leave, I kind of want to step off to the side and try something maybe that I'm something new.
Mhm.
If they're still arguing about whether we should, cut it up some more or not, could I try my new dice set out with augury?
Yeah, you can try that out. Have you carved anything into it yet?
I
as part
have
of your
not.
downtime?
No, actually, and I forgot to give it to Greg, so no, it's just vanilla.
Yeah, so right now it's just kind of hunks of wood, and it'd be a little hard to read and interpret based on that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say with a wisdom of 20, I understand that, and I'm not gonna worry about the spell.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you know that like you have the pieces, you just need to customize it. I mean, you could just like paint symbols on them in an effort to differentiate them. So
Gotcha. Okay, we'll do that later.
you know what you need to do to make these things work for you. So, so you pack up your tent and personal effects and continue on northwards in the direction of this weird solitary mountain. And that's where we will end tonight's session. Well done, everyone. You defeated a chimera, which was not a guarantee. So well done. Good job there.
Yeah, I panicked when Defect was like, I attack recklessly. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah.
It
Good.
works.
Good thing he is resistant to like slashing and bludgeoning and piercing damage,
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is most of what that thing does if it doesn't breathe fire.
Actually,
except when it sets him on fire.
Yeah.
I considered preparing a spell. I gotta look for it. It's like warding something that like makes the target also resistant to everything, but you,
Mhm,
I
yeah,
would have
it's
to
like
take all
protection
the
from
damage.
energy. It's like protection from energy or something like that.
Right.
Something like that. But it like
Yeah.
it's symbiotic, or is that the right word? Anyway, I also
Oh.
take the damage that they take.
Oh,
Is-
interesting.
Oh, you
Yeah.
split it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I was like,
sharing the damage.
yeah, I was like, maybe I don't want to cast that on defect because I don't think I could survive.
I mean, I think you would just take the half damage.
Oh,
just be halved again.
yeah.
Maybe we'll have to look at the spell.
Yeah, we'll have to investigate this more. It's a new, it's
if
like
you-
a third
if you
level
take
thing.
like 6 damage, you each would take 3, maybe?
Perhaps.
Yeah, we'll look at it.
We'll have to look into it. But great. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and watching us this evening. Welcome to 2021. Hopefully, it is a good new year. I hope everyone had a safe and happy holiday season. Please stay safe out there. And we'll go around and say our goodbyes. Let's start with the Spoot Meister.
It's you.
That's you. You're the Spoot Meister.
Matt?
And this is when he freezes.
What a face, though. Deer in headlights.
Spoot,
Yeah,
go ahead.
so
Say
I
your
guess
goodbye.
it's my turn. I've just now heard my name for the first time. That's really funny. So yeah, goodbye. Happy New Year. Thanks all for watching. Glad I'm back. And yeah, I'd say tune into Mid-Level Adventurers, but that TBD on that still.
Well, we still have episodes out, so everyone is able to catch up on that. So
Yeah, you got time. You got time to catch up. Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
down to Adis.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all had a good New Year and happy holidays. So we'll see you next week.
All right, and Olive for the first time signing off.
Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah, stay home, stay safe, wear a mask. Don't start an insurrection.
Yeah.
If you're in
Okay.
DC, please be safe.
Yes, indeed. Please. And Greg.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
And Defect.
Yes, good night, and see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Eek.
And again, I'm Jared. I have been your Dungeon Master this evening. Thank you very much for tuning in. Be safe, be smart, be kind. We'll see you next week, everyone. Goodbye from Nuuli Forged. We're going to do a little raid at the Scabby Rooster. So we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.